Hey, Magic Makers. I'm Kelsey Foremost. I'm the founder of Magic Words Copywriting. I'm a marketing and copywriting expert who helps entrepreneurs learn how to write words that sell without sounding salesy. But I'm a lot more than that. I am also a mental health advocate, and I decided I wanted to start a podcast called Find Your Magic, where I invite entrepreneurs to have the important conversations about what it's really like to do what you love and what's really important on the path to success. So I'm going to be perfectly transparent with you. I don't have any notes right now. I'm sitting in my childhood bedroom alone with my microphone, and my computer is propped up on a bunch of old books as I record this. And I am going through one of the most difficult periods of my life. I may look put together on the outside, but there are a lot of things happening in the background that you don't see on Instagram. You don't see on, when I am a guest on other people's podcasts or shows or summits. You see a very polished version of me or of other entrepreneurs who you might be engaging with their content. And that's great. There's absolutely a place for that. But I also think it is extremely important that entrepreneurs stay honest about what it's really like behind the scenes for us. I think that there is a lot of danger in getting caught up in the presentation and getting caught up in the picture that you're presenting about what success looks like. Because the truth is that at any given time, all of us are going through something. And life isn't always about the hustle. There are different seasons, and there are different things that are important to pay attention to in those seasons. So I'll be real with you. This episode, this inaugural episode of Find Your Magic, was supposed to be released with a lot of fancy fanfare. I was going to have some celebrity guests from my acting and Hollywood days, which we'll talk about in later episodes. And I was going to have this perfect episode structure, and I was going to edit it all fancy and release it into the world like fully cooked, right? I think that's a pretty common theme with a lot of us entrepreneurs is we have this vision of what it's going to be like. It's going to be so perfect. But the reality is that sometimes we just need to share and be authentic and be vulnerable and real. And oftentimes, these are the conversations that end up touching the most people, that end up being the most important, not just in our careers, but in our lives. So as I said, I'm sitting in my childhood bedroom recording this on my own after an unexpected separation from my partner of 3.5 years. I have nothing bad to say about him. It was an extremely kind separation, but it was relatively unexpected for me. And as part of that separation, I am no longer going to be living in the apartment that we shared. And not only that, I'm no longer going to be living in Seattle, where we lived together. So for the first time in my life, I have no idea where I'm going to live, not just what apartment or what house I'm going to live in, but what city or heck, even country. Who knows? Maybe I could pull an eat, pray, love and travel the world, even though I'm super sick of living out of a suitcase, frankly. But while in this moment, there is a lot of fear and a lot of heartache and a lot of disappointment that things didn't work out in that perfect picture, like we talk about. A lot of creative people, a lot of entrepreneurs get really hung up on the picture, the imagination of what their life is going to look like and who else is going to be in that picture. And sometimes it's completely out of our control that picture changes. And that's okay. And I think it's important that we talk about these moments and acknowledge that they are painful, but also talk about how they can be opportunities to get really excited. Because when you wipe the slate clean, you get to be incredibly intentional rebuilding your life. And I'm saying this like holding back tears, to be honest. It is not easy being in this position, but I know I'm going to get through it. And I know that, I know I have this eerie calm that what's waiting on the other side of this time is going to be so much better than anything I could have pictured for myself. Any narrative that I might have written, any picture I may have painted about what my life should look like, as long as we're trying to control what that looks like, we're never going to be fulfilled and we're never going to be happy. And there's a difference between setting goals and working for those goals and attaching and controlling to an outcome and feeling unhappy and unfulfilled if we don't get that very specific outcome that we've decided means we're successful, or we've decided means we're attractive or worthy or whatever. The point is, I envisioned sitting down to record the first episode of this podcast in a very, very different situation than I find myself in right now. But I'm actually much more excited because in a way it's given me permission to be much more honest with you about the conversations that I really want to have. And we're going to have conversations about business. Absolutely. That's my bread and butter. I'm a marketing expert. I'm a copywriting expert. And my thing is breaking things down in super simple, actionable terms so that you can go away, take the advice that I give you or that my guests give you, and implement it in your business and see immediate success and results. That's the kind of stuff I teach. That's the kind of stuff I love to consume. So that's the kind of stuff that I'm going to be sharing on Find Your Magic. But the other side that I'm going to be sharing with you is this stuff, the real moments, the mental health struggles, the tools that will help keep us on a path to true fulfillment, not just having, $10,000 months, but rather being truly wealthy in our lives, surrounding ourselves with people who fulfill us, surrounding our days, filling our days with projects that make us come alive. That's what's important. That's what Find Your Magic is really about, because I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that inside every single one of you who is listening to this right now, you have a unique magic spark. You may have felt it when you were in the midst of creating something beautiful. You may have felt it when you were in the midst of a really amazing conversation, connecting with someone. You have at some point felt that aligned, beautiful flow moment where you are in your magic. And all the conversations I want to have on this podcast are like little signposts on the way, directing you towards finding that magic as frequently as possible so that you can then turn around and share that magic with the world. So thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting me in this unexpected but beautiful season of my life. We are going to be bringing on some incredible guests throughout the season. I am also going to be speaking about many different areas of expertise. I'm going to be trying things for the first time with you. I'm so excited for all of the conversations we're going to share. So please give this podcast a like, a subscribe, a review, whatever they do on podcasts these days. This is a new adventure for me, and I am so, so, so grateful that you are on it with me. So thanks for being here, Magic Maker. I'm Kelsey Foremost, and I will talk to you soon.
If you made it to the end of this episode, it means you're truly committed to inviting more magic into your life. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe to Find Your Magic on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you listen to this stuff. Each review truly means so much. Thanks for being here. Now go out there and find your magic.